SoCal Catch Broadcast Network's coverage of today's doubleheader matchup between the Orange County Riptide and your SoCal Catch right here at Riptide University in Irvine, California. I'm Dallas Dickinson, and I'll be the voice behind the action for today's game.
Welcome, everyone, to Concordia University in Irvine, where we are set for a doubleheader this afternoon. SoCal Catch versus your Orange County Riptide. We'll get you the starting lineups in a moment. Yesterday, the Catch played a doubleheader against the Ventura Halos. They won the first one 7-3, lost the second 7-3. In 10 innings yesterday, we tied 3-3. That game is going to be played later on the 29th of this month as it was shortened due to light. The last win for the Riptide did come against the Academy Barons. We erupted for 16 runs on 21 hits. Give you the lineups quickly here. From left to right in the outfield for the Tide, new left fielder from UC Irvine, Jake Hazard. In center field, Ryan Land. And in right field, Tommy Bell. From left to right on the infield, Caleb Denny playing third base, his first appearance at third this season. The new shortstop, Angelo Altavia from Nebraska. Second baseman moving over from third is Jake Portero. At first base, Chase Goldwater, the Mississippi State Bulldog commit. And the battery, the catcher, number 3, Griffin Barnes. And on the mound, Tanner Murphy. Murphy this season tied for the lead in strikeouts in the California Collegiate League with 13. That's what it was a couple days ago before we tied. Tanner Murphy, 6'3", 190-pound left-hander, a senior from Orange Coast College. Comes from Mission Viejo, California, Mission Viejo High School. Birthday, July 26, 1995, so coming up later this month. Played 1 year of varsity baseball, surprisingly enough, in high school, and 2 years of football. Big body out there. Of course, Mission Viejo, a power in football. 6'3", 190 pounds, remind you. Big trunk from Tanner Murphy. Features a good fastball and a sharp curve as well. In 5 games this year at Orange Coast College, 0-1 record in 24 innings, 4.71 ERA, 22 strikeouts to 18 walks. And the way things are going to look for the SoCal Catch.
Out of the University of Hawaii, number 18, Ethan Lopez.
Ethan Lopez is going to start things off. He's a switch hitter from Hawaii. Tanner Murphy did not pitch against the SoCal Catch when we play them on Tuesday. Remind you, that's a 4-2 win for the Riptide. Murphy misses outside with ball number 2. So he came in there outside with the first pitch as well. Ethan Lopez playing right field today, usually an infielder from Hawaii. Tanner Murphy misses high there. 3-0 is the count now. Never want to start with leadoff walks if you're Tanner Murphy out there. Left-hander, though, so not a great chance to run. Tanner Murphy delivers a fastball down the middle for strike number 1. Ethan Lopez batting from the right side against the left-hander, Tanner Murphy. Murphy comes in. That ball spanked to third base. Caleb Denny really tries to protect himself. The ball bounces to Angelo Altavia, who fields, checks the runner at first base, but no throw as Lopez was there well ahead. I think we'll have to call that one a single, as that ball was absolutely spanked on a one-hop to Caleb Denny.
Hawaii, number 16, Josh Rojas.
Josh Rojas now, who's swinging a hot stick, led these SoCal Catch hitters and batting average last year, is going to come up to the plate, hitting from the left side. Featured at second base today, was at shortstop earlier this week when we played the Catch at their place, Biola. Rojas swings on a fastball there. It's fouled off into the glove of Griffin Barnes. Rojas getting the signs down there from the third base coach. That third base coach is Jay Solinger down there. Barnes looks ready to throw as a bunt is shown from Rojas, who fouls it off to the right side on a breaking pitch out of the left hand of Tanner Murphy. Runner over there, Ethan Lopez, went when the ball was down, but he glides back to the bag now with Josh Rojas behind 0-2 to Tanner Murphy. Tough lefty-lefty matchup for Rojas against Murphy. Murphy checks runner at first base once as he comes set. Slide steps home. That ball bounces in the dirt. Griffin Barnes blocks off, but the ball dribbles off towards the third base dugout of the Riptide. Now Griffin Barnes is going to go out and talk to Tanner Murphy with a 1 ball, 2-strike count now. Runner on second base as that ball got away. SoCal catch in this ball game, red tops, gray bottoms. Riptide, blue tops, white bottoms. Orange and blue stirrup socks, showing a little bit of white. Various players wearing the stirrups higher than others. Caleb Denny over there at third base wears them low, compared to Tanner Murphy, who wears them high on the mound, shows a lot of white. Murphy delivers the 1-2. That ball spanked into right field, but right at Tommy Bell, the runner at second base, Lopez, is going to tag. So now with 1 out, we have a runner at third base and the designated hitter, Caleb Potter, coming to the dish.
Next up to bat, out of West Virginia University, number 23, Caleb Potter.
You heard that over the PA. Caleb Potter from University of West Virginia, a Mountaineer there for the Big 12. He's from Mentor, Ohio, Mentor High School. ESPN Ohio All-State in 2012. All-State, and named he was by a couple of different institutions in Ohio as well. 2-time All-Northeast Ohio Conference in basketball as well. Tanner Murphy misses there outside for ball number 1. Comes there once again, swung on and missed by Caleb Potter. Count even now at 1. 1 out, runner on third base in the top of the first inning. Let me tell you also, this first game of a doubleheader, the doubleheader we expect to start around 3:30, but the first game is only going to be 7 innings, so we have enough light to finish off, as well as kind of giving the pitchers a rest. Tanner Murphy misses there in the dirt, so it's 2-1. Murphy delivers home. That ball misses in the dirt once more. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's going to be tough, this doubleheader for the Catch, as they've played 6 straight days now and had a doubleheader yesterday. Doubleheader today. Whole lot of pitching from that Catch bullpen. Looking for good starts from these pitchers, but obviously with this being a summer league, so many guys are trying to get work. They're trying to limit the innings of the pitchers as well. It's a very fine line that they have to walk. That ball is fouled off over the the first base dugout. Now we're going to go full to 3-2. Tanner Murphy delivers the payoff pitch. That one swung on. It was a slider out of the hand of Murphy. Ryan Land trots back, but that's going to score Ethan Lopez from third base there. It was deep enough to the outfield where Land was backtracking, couldn't make a throw. So now we're going to go Catch 1, Riptide 0. 2 outs in the top of the first inning.
Next up to bat,
Jaden France, the first baseman, coming to the dish.
Jaden France.
So there you go, a sac fly for the Catch, and the Riptide are down 1. Now Jaden France is going to come to the dish, first baseman from Orange Coast College, Costa Mesa, California. He stares out at Tanner Murphy. Murphy comes in there with a breaking pitch that misses low and inside for ball number 1. Jaden France, big body, swinging from the right-hand side. France, 6'4", 225 pounds. Tanner Murphy delivers strike number 1 there. We're even at 1 with 2 outs now. Wind blowing from left to right here, as it often does at Concordia, right towards that right field foul pole. Pretty good gusts. Overcast morning here. The 1-1 swung on there by Jaden France. Missed. We'll go to 1-2. Looked like a changeup from Murphy on the outer half. Good job framing it up regardless by Griffin Barnes. The pitch was swung on. Would have been a strike anyway thanks to his nice glove work back there. Umpire calls timeout there just as Tanner Murphy starts to deliver home. He steps off now. Spits off the back of the mound. Swipes the rubber with the left foot, and he's ready to go. Murphy from the windup delivers the 1-2 inside. Now we'll go to 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Riptide trail 1-0. Jaden France now stares out at Murphy, who's ready to come home and does. That pitch swung on and missed for strike number 3 by Jaden France. So now we head to the bottom of the first inning. Riptide trail 1-0.
On the SoCal Catch Broadcast Network.
Oh, back at Liberty. This is like one of our always. This is always a staple for us for any BP or anything else. Thunderstruck.
You guys play a lot of music at your stadium?
Depends on what mood people are in. But Thunderstruck is like the favorite of our head coach. So it's normally our number one lead off for BP or pregame or whatever.
Surprised they let you play this. You're so strict. I didn't know.
No, they're not. Liberty's not a strict university.
You know? Welcome back, Kenny.
We're here, bottom of the first inning. The Riptide trail the SoCal Catch 1-0. Here is the Orange County Riptide lineup. In center field, batting first, Ryan Land, the shortstop. Angelo Altavia, the Nebraska shortstop, he is, batting second. Third baseman, Caleb Denny, bats third. First baseman, Chase Goldwater, fourth. The designated hitter, Dylan Kelly, who's been swinging an extremely hot stick as of late, bats fifth. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Tommy Bell. Jake Portero, batting seventh at second base. Jake Hazard from UC Irvine, bats eighth in left field. And rounding out the order, as usual, the catcher, Griffin Barnes. They're going to be facing Jimmy Gallarda, whom we beat on Tuesday.
Ryan Land.
Gallarda, a longtime friend, a childhood friend of do-it-all man, our utility man, Riley Roberts. Roberts touched him up for a single into left field in his first at-bat on Tuesday, but Roberts not in the lineup today. See him in the second game as Gallarda, the right-hander, ready to go from the windup, delivers a strike on the outer half to Ryan Land for strike number one. Jimmy Gallarda, 6'3", 175-pound right-hander. He'll be a senior in the fall at Biola. That pitch swung on and lined foul as that pitch broke the bat of Ryan Land right down the middle. The barrel of the bat jutted out to the mound to Jimmy Gallarda, and what's rest of the bat, Ryan Land takes back to the dugout. Just the grip of that wine red bat. Land goes into the dark depths of the dugout and comes out with a new one, this time white on bottom, black on top. Ryan Land walking now back out. Always a dangerous chance there with a broken bat flying out to the pitcher. Kenny Rogers, if you remember, was stabbed in the neck by a broken wood bat. Flew out to the mound, promptly pulled it out and was ready to pitch again. Gallarda delivers the 0-2, looked like a changeup on the outer half, chopped to the pitcher Gallarda, who hops off the mound and throws on to Jaden France at first to retire out number one, Ryan Land. Now we're going to get Angelo Altavia, our shortstop, at the dish.
Next up to bat, out of the University of Nebraska, number 7, Angelo Altavia.
Altavia, University of Nebraska, Big Ten, also a huge hockey star in his time in high school in Minnesota. Of course, the hockey state Minnesota is. Strike on the outer half to go 0-1 to Angelo Altavia. Altavia, his brother, older brother Nick, played baseball at North Dakota State. That pitch swung on, chopped to the shortstop. Austin Bull throws on to first base. A high throw. Jaden France able to dance around the bag and elevate himself for out number 2. So quick out number 2 there for Jimmy Gallarda. And now we're going to get the number 3 hitter, Caleb Denny, at the plate. Caleb Denny, 6'1", 200 pounds even. Redshirt sophomore.
Caleb Denny.
Redshirt sophomore at the University of Texas. From Humble, Texas. So now he's out here in California after making that long trip from Humble, Texas. Curveball in there for strike number 1 from Jimmy Gallarda. Denny swinging it from the right side. He's got a burnt orange shin guard on that front left foot from University of Texas. Gallarda delivers pitch number 2, tries to saw off Denny inside. Denny gets around on it though, but fouls it off the dugout on the third base side for strike number 2. 0-2 to the Riptide third baseman now with 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. The Tide trail the SoCal Catch 1-0 in this Sunday morning doubleheader. Change up, bounces in the dirt there, blocked off by the catcher Jeff Murray. Ball number 1. Caleb Denny now ready to go 1-2 against Jimmy Gallarda, who pitches at Biola University, where the SoCal Catch call home. Good changeup on the outer half, taken by Caleb Denny, but it's strike number 3 out of the right hand of Gallarda. So the Riptide go down in order. We head to the top of the second inning. The SoCal Catch lead the Orange County Riptide 1-0. We're back for the top of the second inning here at Concordia University in Irvine. Orange County Riptide trail the SoCal Catch 1-0. After one, the Catch scored on a sacrifice fly to center field by Caleb Potter. It scored Ethan Lopez, who had scooted around to third base after a leadoff single against Tanner Murphy. Now Murphy's ready to go once more against this SoCal Catch lineup. He's going to face the third baseman, Zach Malice. Malice, tall guy out there
Leading
playing the infield.
From Eastern Kentucky University, number 20, Zach Malice.
Malice, 6'4", 195 pounds. Swinging it from the left side against the left-handed Murphy. Murphy misses with a fastball outside in the opposite batter's box for ball number 1. Malice, 6'4", facing the 6'3" Tanner Murphy.
Zach Malice is actually from Grand Canyon University. Yeah, sorry about that.
Tanner Murphy flips in a curveball there for strike number 1. Misses with a fastball on the third pitch of the at-bat, low and outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Zach Malice, the third baseman from Grand Canyon University for the Catch. Swings on a good fastball in the inner half for strike number 2. Good fastball that had some two-seam action on it there out of the left hand of Tanner Murphy. Oftentimes you see that good action as he throws a curveball that's ripped right up the middle past the left leg of Tanner Murphy for a leadoff single for Zach Malice. So 2 leadoff singles to start off each of these innings for the SoCal Catch,
Now
and we're going to
to
get
bat
the
from
catcher,
Santa Ana College, number
Jeff
24,
Murray,
Jeffrey
at the dish.
Murray.
Played a little bit of youth baseball with Jeff Murray in my day. Each of us were a catcher. So we battled for playing time for the LA Rock Stars. For those of you that care, he gets the sign from the third base coach, Solinger, and is ready to go. Murphy misses low and inside for ball number 1. Murphy swinging it from the right side. 6 foot, 195 pounds. He'll be a sophomore at Santa Ana Junior College. He's from La Mirada, California, where Biola is. He went to La Mirada High School and was a star there. Gets a fastball from Murphy high for ball number 2. 2-0 to the catcher, Jeff Murray. The runner on first base, Zach Malice, who doesn't look to be running as he has the hands on the knees. The ball gets away there from Griffin Barnes, and Malice takes second base. So now Barnes has had 2 balls skip away from him, which have allowed runners to advance base. Tanner Murphy struggling with that curveball, bouncing it in the dirt. It's a tough pitch to block clearly for Griffin Barnes, who's been so good up to this point this season, blocking balls in the dirt for the Tide. He's now behind 2-1. Murray shows bunt, takes ball low for 3-1. So with the runner out there on second base and nobody out, the Catch trying to advance him to third. Obviously early in this ball game with Murray showing bunt there. Now he's going to swing, takes ball 4 low and inside. So 2 runners on now to start off the top of the second inning against
Next
Tanner
up to bat
Murphy.
from Grand Canyon University, number 5, Austin Bull.
Austin Bull, the shortstop now, is going to come to the dish for the Catch. And Bull wearing number 5, wears high socks. They have solid black socks for the Catch. No stirrups like us, more of a fan of the stirrups. Classic look for the Tide. Looks real nice with the blue and orange. Malice shows bunt from the right side there. Takes it, though, for ball number 1. Malice getting the sign there from the third base coach, Chase Solinger, who played at Liberty University and then coached 11 years at James Madison before becoming the head coach at Biola. Biola, affiliated with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and that's who runs this team here, the SoCal Catch. That ball inside, unable to be framed up by Griffin Barnes. Now Murphy's behind 2-0. Bull gets the sign once more and steps in. Swinging a DeMarini bat, which is half composite, half wood. Slider taken high by Tanner Murphy. So we're going to be behind 3-0 to the batter, Austin Bull. Bull, also Grand Canyon University Antelope, like the man who bats in front of him, or two men in front of him, check that. Zach Malice. Murphy comes in 3-0, and we're going to have back-to-back walks on 4 pitches. That has been Murphy's one bugaboo this season. He's a little bit inconsistent when it comes to that command.
Cal State Bakersfield, number 2, Christian Deaton.
Christian Deaton's going to come to the plate now against Murphy. And like I was saying, Murphy has struggled with those walks a little bit, but man, he strikes out a whole lot of batters as well. And when that fastball and slider are working together, he's a tough guy to beat. Now he's going to face the left-handed hitting Deaton. Misses there high for ball number 1. Christian Deaton playing left field today for the Catch. 5'7", 165 pounds are his listings. He looks a little bit thicker than that from the left side. He'll be a junior at Cal State Bakersfield in the fall, a double major in physical education and kinesiology, so impressive for him as Murphy misses there with another slider high for ball 2. Christian Deaton from Bakersfield, California, attended Frontier High School. 2014, he was the Bakersfield Californian Varsity Player of the Year. As Murphy delivers the 2-0 down the middle for strike number 1. So, after 6 consecutive balls, plus a couple more in the at-bat prior, we get our first strike to make it 2 balls, 1 strike to Christian Deaton, the SoCal Catch left fielder. Murphy delivers the 2-1 high and inside around the face of Deaton for ball number 3. Huge pitch here coming up for Tanner Murphy. The early inning lead is all too important. Coach Jude Chavez for the title tell you first. It really gets the energy going for his team, especially in a doubleheader here. Tanner Murphy misses high and outside, bounces out of the glove of Griffin Barnes, so that's going to score a run from third base. And Zach Malice, with that free pass, we're going to get Jude Chavez out to the mound now to talk to the big left-hander, Tanner Murphy. Nate Pacoda is going to be the batter when Chavez returns to that dugout. Jude Chavez played his collegiate baseball at Chapman University. He was a member of the 2000 and 2001 Chapman University World Series teams. Currently coaches at El Modena High School, previously an assistant at Orange Coast College. Interestingly enough, where Tanner Murphy found himself this past season at Orange Coast. Griffin Barnes coming back behind the dish. He's ready to go.
Number 4, Nate Pacoda.
Nate Pacoda now ready to go. Drafted in the 38th round by the Giants in 2015. He'll come to the plate from the right side. He's a sophomore at William Jewell University. Member of the Great Lakes Conference, Division II school. He's from Lee's Summit, Missouri. Went to Blue Springs South High School, from which he was drafted in 2015. That would be last year's Major League Baseball draft. Tanner Murphy comes in with strike number 1 and quickly delivers on the inner half for strike number 2. So quick 2 strikes from the left hand of Murphy after that mound visit from Jude Chavez, and he's way ahead of the batter, Pacoda. Pacoda swings on and misses. Looked like a changeup in the low half of the strike zone there, maybe in the dirt. Griffin Barnes did a good job to catch that one before it bounced. We're going to get the leadoff man, Ethan Lopez, who singled his first time up. So it has been strikeouts getting these batters for Tanner Murphy when he does. Struck out Jaden France swinging and then struck out Nate Pacoda swinging for the first out. Ethan Lopez stares out after singling in his first at-bat against Murphy. Looks like a double play ball as third baseman Caleb Denny fields that one, throws home, and we're just going to get one at home without Barnes checking that runner at first base.
comes Josh Rojas.
So a fielder's choice for Ethan Lopez
Next up to
doesn't
bat,
do any
number
good for the
16,
catch.
Josh Rojas.
Josh Rojas, who flew out directly to right fielder Tommy Bell in his first time up, advanced Ethan Lopez from second to third with that fly ball. Lopez eventually scored. Rojas 0 for 1.
At all bases for the catch.
Run bases still loaded is the first pitch in there from Murphy is fouled off the foot of Josh Rojas, who dances around in pain, and umpire's going to give him a few seconds to gather himself, dusting off home, checking on some baseballs.
Jeff Murray not on base. Again, the catch had a lot of speed
Josh Rojas
on these bases.
stretching out that
Riptide better be
looked like front ankle that got hit with the baseball. Does not wear a shin guard. Remember, he swings it from the left side. He grounds there to Chase Goldwater at first base. Murphy covers first and steps on the bag just before Rojas gets there. So limiting the damage is Tanner Murphy. We head to the bottom of the second inning, trailing 2-0.
second. We come back. Don't go
Leading off, number 22, Chase Goldwater.
advance to the bottom of the second where the catch lead the Riptide 2-0 after
Chase
adding
Goldwater is going to get his first ups here for the Orange County Riptide. We trail in the bottom of the second inning, 2-0.
the catch, and he
Riptide have yet to have a base runner. No hits, no walks.
1-2-3 effort.
SoCal catch 2 runs on 2 hits and a plethora of walks that last inning. Number is 3. Tanner Murphy issued those 3 all in the top of the second inning. First pitch from Jimmy Gallarda misses low and outside for ball 1. Chase Goldwater, 6'4", 220-pound junior to be at Mississippi State, swings on a fastball and pushes it through the right side into right field for a leadoff single from Goldwater.
Next up to bat from Chico State, number 9, Dylan Kelly.
Now we're going to get Dylan Kelly, who's been swinging a hot stick of late. Dylan Kelly, in that 21-hit performance by the Tide, had 6 of his own, including a home run and a double.
Kelly DHing for the Riptide. He'll face Gallarda.
3 RBI in that game against the Academy Barons as well. Jimmy Gallarda going to pitch from the stretch for his first time. That ball tapped into right field, could get down. Ethan Lopez dives, and it looks like he got under that baseball before it hit the grass, so it's going to be a catch in right field. Fully stretched, diving towards that right field line right behind first base. Then he threw on to first base to try and double up Chase Goldwater, but Goldwater slid back safely just ahead of the throw. He thought that ball was going to get
Next up to
down,
bat, number
so he
11,
was about
Tommy
halfway to
Bell.
second base by the time it got caught. He checked on the catch. The catch was called. He scurried back to first base in time, thankfully enough for the Tide.
Tommy Bell, right fielder, coming to the plate to face Gallarda.
Now we're going to get Tommy Bell, who's usually in the number 3 spot for the Tide, batting 6th in this ball game. Has 1 home run on the season, and it was a monster shot against the
First base for them.
South Bay Sliders. Bell now swinging it from the right side, 6'2", 200 pounds for Bell. He's facing Jimmy Gallarda, who is behind 1-0. That pitch, ball low and on the inside, swung on and fouled off past the third base dugout of the Tide for strike number 1. So there's ones across the board. The batter, Tommy Bell, wears number 11. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run in the top of the first, 1 run in the top of the second for the catch. Riptide, though, now trying to strike with the leadoff man, Chase Goldwater, on first base. Gallarda picks over there to first base, and they're going to say that he got him at first. I'm not so sure about that one, as the entire infield yelled we got him, seemed to convince the first base umpire they did, and Goldwater's going to jog on back to the dugout now for 2 outs in the bottom of the second. So what little momentum the Riptide had now stymied after that pickoff by Jimmy Gallarda. He picked off a whole lot on Tuesday and now does the same here. That ball swung on and lined deep. Unfortunately out of play for the Riptide to the left side by Tommy Bell. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, and 2 outs after Chase Goldwater is picked off first base. Gallarda ahead 1-2 to Tommy Bell. Bell has a slider that misses high there for ball number 2. Tommy Bell has been swinging at a lot of breaking pitches in the dirt with 2 strikes. Past few games, good to see him there with a good eye with a ball high. Gallarda delivers that pitch on the inner half, skied out of play to the right side by Tommy Bell. Bell takes a couple practice swings, ready to step back in the box. He's swinging it from the right side, remember. 6'2", 200-pound senior, New Mexico State. Gallarda comes in on the outer half. That ball in the other batter's box, but Tommy Bell called out on strikes by the home plate umpire and disagrees. Has a couple words with the home plate umpire, who promptly sends Bell back to the dugout. No warning, no toss, thank God. Andrew Carrillo was tossed a couple games ago against the Academy Barons to lead off the ball game, so we head to the top of the third, trailing the SoCal Catch 2-0.
Take it back. Now, y'all. Now, 1 hop this time. Yeah.
I got him when he comes back.
Everybody, clap your hands. How low can you go?
Welcome back, everyone. Top of the third inning here at Concordia University in Irvine. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, constructive criticism for me, you can reach me at Dylan Tyre on Twitter. That's at DYLANTYRER. Also, throw the OC Riptide a follow on Twitter at OC Riptide. You can get team info and updates there. Also, check out OCRiptide.com for news about the team. Also, you can check out CollegiateSummerBaseball.com for college baseball news around the country. Collegiate Summer Baseball has Pitcher and Hitter of the Week awards, so hopefully we'll have some Tide players nominated later in the season. They've had 1 winner for the pitcher and hitter so far after 1 week of collegiate summer ball play this season. Tanner Murphy out there for his 3rd inning of work comes in on the outer half to Caleb Potter for strike number 1. Remember, this is a league game for the Riptide. Tanner Murphy misses in the dirt there with a ball for 1-1 count. As I was saying, this is a league game for the Tide, CCL, Southern Division game. SoCal Catch in that Southern Division. They're 2-1 in league play. Riptide, 2-1 as well. Now that pitch fouled off to the right side by Caleb Potter. Murphy ahead 1-2. Comes in with a slider that's fouled off to the left side this time. We remain at 1-2. Caleb Potter, his first time up, remember. Sacrifice fly to center fielder Ryan Land. Scored Ethan Lopez from third base. Jaden France waits on deck. He struck out swinging. And his first time up, that pitch fouled to the right side. Chase Goldwater drifting over. He reaches right along that low fence that guards the bullpen on the first base side, SoCal Catch bullpen, and he retires Caleb Potter for out number 1. That ball luckily stayed in
Next up to bat,
and
number
play
32, Jaden France.
As the wind blowing to right field. Could have easily carried that one into the bullpen, but Goldwater scurried over there, found his ground right against the fence, and retired Potter for out number 1. So Jaden France, the first baseman for the Catch, is going to come to the plate. France, 6'4", 225-pound right-hander, stares out against Tanner Murphy, who's 6'3", 190 pounds himself. Fastball misses high, ball number 1. 1 out, top of the 3rd inning. After Caleb Potter fouled out, foul territory to the first baseman Chase Goldwater. Murphy flips in a slider there high for ball number 2. 2 balls, no strikes. To the catch, first baseman Jaden France. France slightly crouched, open stance from the left side. Swings at a fastball way outside for strike 1. Not great discipline there from Jaden France. Not a pitch you want to swing on. With a 2-0 count, coaches will tell you oftentimes trying to get a pitch to hit right down the middle that you think you can hit a home run on it was a mighty swing from France, but the ball way in the other batter's box. Ball 3 now from Tanner Murphy as he misses inside and low. So Jaden France still sitting pretty. Looking out there, 3-1. Murphy delivers. That pitch swung on, grounded to third base. Caleb Denny fields, throws on over to Chase Goldwater at first for out number 2. Shortstop Angelo Altavia thinks it's out number 3 as he starts jogging into the third base dugout of the Riptide. Coaches tell him, nope, that's out number 2. He has a big smile on his face as he jogs back out to his spot in between second and third. Now we're going to get Zach Malice at the plate, singled in his first time up. Skies the first pitch into center field. The second baseman looks like he's going to come back. Ryan Land comes on from center for out number 3. So we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Riptide trail 2-0.
We come back on the SoCal Cats Broadcast Network.
Tanner, can you get my cord out of my front pocket, please? Other bag. This one. Yep. The big one. Yes. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey. Can you plug this up, please? Yep. Thank you. I'll give you a tasty treat for that. There you go. You're good. What's that?
I think we're gonna.
I said I'll give you a tasty treat for helping me out.
Tasty treat. For a foul ball.
Horrifying.
We're back here. Bottom of the 3rd inning. The Orange County Riptide trail the SoCal Catch from La Mirada 2-0. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Catch. No runs on 1 hit. It was Chase Goldwater who was promptly picked off first base by right-hander Jimmy Gallardo, who's out there for his 3rd inning of work. Now we're going to get Jake Portero coming to the plate for the Tide, playing second base today. He's been featured at second and third base thus far. Portero from Nevada, University of Utah.
Leading off,
infielder.
University of Utah, number 24, Jake Portero.
So he's going to get his first ups against Jimmy Gallardo, who promptly flips in a curveball there on the outer half for strike number 1. Jake Portero, 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored in that ball game against the Barons. I'm not going to read off stats from yesterday because that ball game has yet to finish. Strike there on the outer half, a good fastball out of the right hand of Gallardo. 0-2 to the Riptide second baseman in this ball game, number 24, Jake Portero. Gallardo winds, delivers on the outer half, taken this time by Portero for ball 1. Similar spot that the home plate umpire has called 2 of our batters on in this ball game on the outer half, framed up well by Jeff Murray. That time just a little bit too far off the black for a ball. Portero gets a fastball that cuts in on the inner half of the bat, spanks it to second base, but Rojas drifts over with a backhand and throws on to first baseman Jaden France for out number 1. So now Jake Hazard is going to come to the plate for the Tide. Hazard, utility man, outfielder
from UC Irvine,
for UC Irvine and Coach Mike
Jake
Gillespie.
Hazard.
Speedster for UC Irvine. Really a specialty base runner featured in this season, and he had the most pinch hits for the team off the bench. Gallardo comes in there to him for strike number 1. Gallardo, high leg kick, throws in to Hazard, who skies it to right field. Ethan Lopez drifts back and over the glove hand shoulder reaches that one for out number 2.
tab on the right side of your screen if you want to watch.
Next up to bat from Grand Canyon University, number 3, Griffin Barnes.
So now Griffin Barnes, as the PA announcer just told us, is going to come to the plate. Another guy from Grand Canyon University, Zach Malice and Austin Bull, each from Grand Canyon. Barnes takes fastball on the outer half from Gallarda for strike number 1. So quick inning thus far for Gallarda, who's pounded strikes to these hitters. Portero saw 3 pitches, Hazard saw 2. That ball bounces in the dirt for ball 1. Count even at 1 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jude Chavez challenging his team to show some energy in this ball game, as that has been the struggle for the Tide in the season this far, to have that energy in big games. This is a league game, big game, but Griffin Barnes grounds out to Rojas at second base. He throws on to Jaden France for out number 3. We head to the top of the 4th inning behind 2-0.
Where do both of you guys go to?
Pacific?
I go to Ohio State.
Ours isn't training.
Sorry?
Ours isn't training.
Oh, really?
Ricky Kuntmar? Oh, yeah. Ricky Kuntmar?
What about you?
It was my first year. I transferred this year, so I'm living in Green.
Gotcha.
A lot of these guys are
You're supposed to have a 30 years.
Break it down, Ethan! Yeah!
Go 1-8. Catch it on at 5:30 on ESPN.
Back here for the top of the 4th inning. Remember, this ball game is shortened to 7 innings, so we'll have enough light to play the second game of this doubleheader on Sunday. Jeff Murray is going to be the batter against Tanner Murphy, who's out there once again for his 4th inning of work.
Number 24, Jeffrey Murray.
Murray, in his first time up, walked. Murray swinging it from the right side, 6 foot, 190 pounds. This is his listing. Looks a little bit bigger than that. He has a very catcher-esque body, short and stout. First pitch, pop to right field. Tommy Bell drifts back, throws that glove hand high to shade whatever sun there is. Gloomy day here. And promptly catches the ball to retire Murray for out number 1. Murphy, wearing number 33 for the Riptide, is going to face number 5, Austin Bull. Bull walked like Murray in his first time up. It was 3 straight walks that loaded the bases and scored a run against Tanner Murphy an inning ago. Murphy delivers that pitch. Bull tries to bunt, fouled off the catcher, Griffin Barnes, for strike number 1. The home plate umpire is going to jog out to Murphy, hand him the ball, talk to him for a moment to give Barnes time. Barnes signals that he's all right, and the home plate umpire is going to come back home. Murphy walking off the back of the mound, giving Barnes some extra time. He had 1-0 with 1 out on 2 pitches in the top of this 4th inning. Murphy ready to go, toes the rubber, comes in from the windup. That pitch, fastball, swung onto left field, right at left fielder Jake Hazard, who barely takes a step to his right and throws into Angelo Altavia for out number 2. Got a fat pitch there, did Bull, from Tanner Murphy. Lined it to left field,
2,
but
Christian Deaton.
Jake Hazard kept his cool there and fielded that one without much of a worry. We'll take long outs, hard outs, any way we can to get to the bottom half of this inning. Hopefully the Tide show some life. It's been the struggle the past few games, league games, waiting for our bats to come alive. They did against the Academy Barons. Yesterday only managed to put 3 on the board. Haven't put any runs on the board so far in this ball game. 1-1 now to Christian Deaton playing left field. He also walked in his first plate appearance. Murphy flips in a curveball there, a good curveball for strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to number 2, Christian Deaton. SoCal Catch lead the Riptide 2-0 in the top of the fourth. The 1-2 slider once more swung on in the dirt by Deaton. Barnes fields after blocking that one, throws on to first baseman Chase Goldwater. A good throw for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. The Riptide trail the SoCal Catch 2-0. We'll be back.
We play this song. Oh, please no. It's like, no.
Yeah, we're going 7. Yeah. Back here, bottom of the fourth inning in this 7-inning first game of 2.
Leading off for the Riptide, number 1, Ryan Land.
Ryan Land's going to start things off for the Tide against Jimmy Gallarda. Grounded out to Gallarda to lead off this ball game for the Tide. He steps in from the left side and promptly gets a fastball out of the right hand of Gallarda. Swung on and missed for strike number 1. Ryan Land 3 for 5 with 4 RBI in that breakout ball game against the Barons. Gallarda comes in there on the outer half, taken low and outside for ball 1. Count even at 1 to Ryan Land, 5'7", 165-pound senior from right here in Concordia University. Originally from Eugene, Oregon, biology major here at Concordia. Hopes to be a doctor or a dentist someday. Swings on that one and fouls it off for strike number 2. Ryan Land, all-conference football and baseball player in high school, so an impressive athlete for these Concordia Eagles out of the Pac West Conference. Remember, a Division II school. Gallarda comes in with a breaking pitch. That one chopped up the middle. Shortstop Austin Bull ranges over to his glove side and fields, throws on to first base to retire Ryan Land. So the leadoff man is down. We're going to get Angelo Altavia at the dish for the Tide. 2 groundouts for Ryan Land. Altavia did the same in his first time up, grounding out to the shortstop Austin Bull, who ranged to the backhand side and made a good strong throw over there to first base.
Angelo Altavia.
Altavia, a switch hitter for the Riptide, swinging from the left side against Gallarda. Gallarda misses first pitch there, low, and in the outer half, opposite batter's box for ball 1. Altavia, 6 foot, 180 pounds from University of Nebraska, gets a breaking pitch, swings on that one and misses for strike number 1. Good pitch there from Gallarda. Altavia got his knees all buckled up there on the swing, looked very uncomfortable. The 1-1 misses on the outer half, looked like a changeup from Gallarda, ball number 2. Altavia from Lakeville, Minnesota, Lakeville North High School. He was the finalist for Minnesota's Mr. Baseball Award. It's a 2015 first-team All-Metro selection by the Minneapolis Star, as well as the St. Paul Pioneer. Led the Panthers of Lakeville North to a runner-up finish at the state tournament. Hit 400 as a senior as well. Takes outside there for ball 3 and then does it again for ball number 4. So we'll take that walk any way we can get on base for the Riptide there. Now we're going to get Caleb Denny, who struck out looking on the outer half in his first at bat.
Number 23, Caleb Denny.
Caleb Denny playing third base, has played outfield thus far for the Riptide. Was an all-district quarterback as well as baseball player at Humble, Texas at Barbers Hill High School. So an excellent athlete again for the Riptide. That one spanked out to center field. The center fielder, Nate Pacoda, is on the run, and it's going to get down on the warning track. That's going to score at least 1 run as Angelo Altavia rounds third base. The throw from second base is held off by Jaden France there, who tries to tag the runner at second base. So it's going to be an RBI double from Caleb Denny there, a massive double to center field. Got a fat pitch that he swung on and absolutely pounded to center field. Pacoda could not get to that one.
Next
He
up to
was
bat,
flying
number
out there, had his
22,
back turned to the
Chase
plate and simply
Goldwater.
sprinting after that baseball, and just too much on it off the bat of Caleb Denny. He scored Altavia, who was on first base. And Caleb Denny now out there on second base with one out for Chase Goldwater, who singled in his first time up. Gallardo working from the stretch, checks the runner out there at once. High leg kick comes home for strike number one. Goldwater asks the umpire if that's the bottom of the zone. The umpire doesn't reply. And now we're ready to go once more. The umpire puts us in play after Goldwater had stepped out for just a moment. 0-1 to Chase Goldwater, the Riptide first baseman. Calls timeout there just as Gallardo is ready to go. Gallardo flips in an off-speed pitch, but time was called, remember, before he was ready to go, so that pitch is not going to count. No ball, 1 strike, 1 out. In the bottom of the fourth inning, the Riptide have struck and are looking for more with a runner on second base and 1 out. Gallardo comes home. That one misses in the dirt. So the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 run in this inning, the bottom of the fourth for the Riptide. On that Caleb Denny double to center field, scored Angelo Altavia, who had walked. Gallardo checks the runner at second base, slide steps home. That ball on the outer half, taken for ball 2. Now, after the umpire had that outer half open early in the ball game, has seemed to close it up here for the Tide ever since that strikeout argued by Tommy Bell. Gallardo checks the runner at second base once, twice, high leg kick while he remains looking. That ball spanked into center field, could score Denny, see if he holds him. And he's going to go home with a throw coming from center field. Nate Pacoda, that ball cut off by Jaden France just in front of the mound, so that's going to score the runner Caleb Denny from second base. And I suppose they'll call it a double for Chase Goldwater, maybe a single in advance on the throw. Regardless, this ball game is knotted at 2 now in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting, number 9, Dylan Kelly.
So the wheels are rolling for the Riptide freight train now with Dylan Kelly coming to the plate. He lined out to the right fielder, Ethan Lopez, who dove in the first chance at the plate for Dylan Kelly. Now he has Chase Goldwater out there at second base. He was picked off first base in his first time. He singled to right field and was picked off the next pitch. Kelly takes ball number 1, a slider in the dirt on the outer half for ball 1. Now we're going to get an even count as Kelly chops that one foul into the Tide dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out now. Score knotted at 2. Riptide, 2 runs on 3 hits. Catch, 2 runs on 2 hits. And it was that walk that really did help us out to get that first run across the board. Got Angelo Altavia on base. That ball spanked into left field. Looks like we're going to have Chase Goldwater held at third base. That throw went all the way through, but Kelly held on first base as Jeff Murray blocked that one at the dish. Did not get away from him. High throw from the left fielder Christian Deaton got through, and oftentimes you'll see the runner advance on a bad throw like that. Coaches can't be happy. Now Jeff Murray is going to walk out there and talk to Gallardo after 3 straight hits for the Tide. Now we're going to get Tommy Bell, who struck out looking on the outer half his first time up, disagreed with the umpire, and the umpire hasn't really opened up that outer half of the strike zone
Now
ever
up to
since.
bat, number 11, Tommy Bell.
Excellent chance for Bell to put a couple runners across for the Tide with a guy out there on third and 1 more on first. Gallardo checks the runner at first base, and he's going to pick off another man. Dylan Kelly was not paying attention, dove back late, and he's going to get himself out of this one, at least so far, with 2 outs now after picking off Dylan Kelly at first base. Unacceptable baseball there for the Riptide, as it could cost him. Saves the catch. A little bit of worry there, saves some stress. The coaching staff for the Tide can't be happy. Kelly was not paying attention, then dove back late once he saw Gallardo wheel. Gallardo has a very good move, a quick move to first base. Have not seen it to second or third. Chase Goldwater remains on third base. Tommy Bell at the dish. 1-0 facing Jimmy Gallardo, who's allowed 2 runs in this inning. 3 straight hits for the Tide. Comes in with a slider that's fouled off. That one, though, is going to find itself back into play. And Josh Rojas is going to come on from second base to retire the side. The Riptide tie the ball game at 2 after 3 consecutive hits, but really did hurt themselves, bailing the SoCal Catch out that inning with the pickoff on first base from Dylan Kelly. So we head to the top of the 5th inning, knotted at 2. We'll be back.
I
think so. It might be a little more comfortable.
You want this? Oh, yeah.
What?
Hips.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
I know you do the same thing. I take very serious. That's so funny. No, thank you. You know, funny. For you. This is the other grandparent.
Welcome back to the top of the 5th in Irvine, California.
We're back here, top of the 5th inning action from Concordia University in Irvine. Tanner Murphy out there on the hill for his 5th inning of work for the Tide. He comes in there with a fastball low and outside for ball number 1. He's facing the center fielder, Nate Pacoda. Pacoda was on the run on that deep double off the bat of Caleb Denny. In the bottom of the 4th inning, Murphy comes back. The 1-0 is fouled off to the right side for strike number 1. Count even now at 1. The Riptide knotted it up in the last inning. 2-2, 3 consecutive hits for the Tide, highlighted by 2 big doubles off the bats of Chase Goldwater and Caleb Denny, respectively. That pitch swung on the under half for strike number 2 by Pacoda. Murphy, so far in this ball game, 1 strikeout, 2 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, and he gets the 4th there to Nate Pacoda for strikeout number 4 and out number 1. Pacoda now the victim of 2 strikeouts against Tanner Murphy. And now we're going to get the leadoff man, Ethan Lopez, up with 1 out here in the top of the 5th. Ethan Lopez, 1 for 2, fielder's choice in his last time up. Grounded to third base. Caleb Denny threw from third home. Get the runner as the bases were loaded. Ethan Lopez started this ball game off with a single. Good curveball, sharp one. Broke on the outer half for strike number 1 to start things off. To the catch right fielder. That pitch, a fastball low, chopped to third base. Denny throws on over to Goldwater at first for out number 2. So a quick 2 outs for Tanner Murphy. And we're going to get the number 2 hitter, the shortstop.
Next up to bat, number
from
16,
Hawaii, Josh Rojas.
Rojas
playing second base today, but I call him a shortstop because that's what he plays at Hawaii, and that's what he usually plays for the Catch. Austin Bull over there at short today for the Catch. Rojas swinging it from the left side, takes a curveball from Murphy for strike number 1. Murphy now ahead, 0-1. 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. The Riptide seem to have gained that energy as Murphy bounces a fastball there that's blocked by Barnes. Barnes asks for a new baseball from the home plate umpire. Throws it on out to Murphy, who leaps for the baseball. And once again toes the rubber. We're ready to go. 1-1 to Josh Rojas. Rojas using a wine red bat on the top. Tan around the grip. Taped as well on the grip. White batting gloves for him. 2 red wristbands on each hand. He's ahead 2-1 after a ball in the dirt misses from Murphy. Murphy comes back with a slider on the inner half that Rojas bounds out of the way of. We're going to move to 3-1. Tanner Murphy shakes once, and he's ready to go from the windup. Delivers home another curveball that's taken high. Close pitch there that broke right across the chest and landed at the belt of Josh Rojas. Umpire disagrees, though, so he's going to take first with a free pass.
Caleb Potter.
So 2 quick outs for the Tide, halted for just a moment after that 2-out walk from Josh Rojas. Now we're going to get the designated hitter, Caleb Potter, sac fly in his first at-bat, and then flew out to the first baseman his last time up. He stands in from the right side using that same bat that Rojas swings, wine color on top, white on the bottom. Murphy picks to first base. It gets away. Chase Goldwater coming on. Tommy Bell retrieves from right field. That ball bounced into real no man's land, so Josh Rojas is going to move over from first base all the way to third as he was rounding second base hard. Can't really afford those mistakes if you're the Tide. Getting picked off of 2 bases now by Gallarda and then allowing 2 free bases to the catch and Josh Rojas there on the pickoff attempt that gets away. So Potter, who has already sac flied once in this ball game, now has to get one down to score that run from third base with 2 outs now. Potter, the designated hitter, looks out at Murphy. The 0-0 fouled off to the right side for strike number 1. Potter wearing number 23 from Mentor, Ohio. Great basketball player, great baseball player in high school. Of course, basketball, very big sport in Ohio, as he swings on a curveball in the dirt for strike number 2. Murphy really working that curveball. Some are more over the top, and then the ones that are flatter I call sliders. Not sure if they're the same pitch or if he uses different grips. Either way, very effective, both of those pitches are. Now he comes in with the 1 and 2 there. Potter skies it in to left field. It looks like the wind's going to push it over to center, and the center fielder Ryan Land comes over for out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning, all knotted up at 2-2. We'll see what the Riptide can do when we come back for the bottom of the 5th.
I can't. Control if that picks up or not.
Oh yeah, that's using it too. Hey, can you hand me those papers that fell down there, if you can reach them?
Welcome back, catch man, to the bottom of the 5th, where the catch Riptide all knotted up at 2.
We're ready to go. Baseball action here, bottom of the 5th inning. The umpire is asking us to cut the music, and there it is. Home plate umpire looking at us back in the press box, but we're not the ones who play the music.
Jake Portero.
Jake Portero, the second baseman for the Tide, going to lead things off against Jimmy Gallarda, who's out there for his 5th inning of work. First pitch fouled straight back by Portero for strike number 1. Portero, in his first time up, grounded out to the second baseman, his counterpart Josh Rojas. Now he's ready to go. Here we get the 0-1, a curveball high around the face of Portero for ball 1. Count even at 1 with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Remember, this ball game is shortened to 7 innings to get that doubleheader in. So these innings, these late innings now, very important. Portero chops that one to the shortstop Austin Bull, who throws on to first base for out number 1. So Portero now 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. We're going to get Jake Hazard coming to the dish. Hazard in his first time up flew out to right field. Pretty deep shot out there to right field. Had Ethan Lopez backpedaling and the ball cutting towards the line. Lopez was able to reach up with the glove and catch it right over his left-hand shoulder. Now the right-handed Hazard swings on a pitch, fouls it off down the left field line for strike number 1. Jimmy Gallarda wearing number 33 for the catch out there on the mound. Hazard wearing number 4. Had the game-tying hit in the ball game last night to knot things up at 3-3 against the Long Beach Legends. He skies that one into shallow center field. Nate Pacoda comes on, charging hard, diving, lays out full extension for out number 2. So a really nice catch there by Nate Pacoda as the second baseman had come out too. Pacoda dodged him and made the catch while he was at it. So now Hazard is out. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. We're going to get the catcher, Griffin Barnes, who grounded out to second base his first time up. He takes the first pitch from Gallarda, chops it into right field. Ethan Lopez is on his run out there in right, and looks like he catches it right against the wall. He collided with the fence hard. They're calling it no catch. I'm not sure if they're calling it fair or foul. It looked certainly like a foul ball to me as he was right up against the fence, but the fence guides the line there in right field. The umpire called the training staff out there to check on Lopez as he was grabbing his face after running into the fence full speed. So they're calling it a foul ball now as Lopez ventures back into right field, calling off the extra help. The head coach, though, Jay Sillinger, is going to head out there and check on his right fielder and leadoff man. Ethan Lopez has really thrown his body out there in right field. He did the same thing on Tuesday. He makes all sorts of acrobatic catches out there and certainly did the same thing there, colliding full speed with the fence in right field. Thankfully, it was a chain link fence, had a little bit of give to it rather than a solid wall. So he could have seriously done some damage. Griffin Barnes now is going to step back into the batter's box behind 0-1 to Jimmy Gallarda, who checks his fielders and is ready to go. Gallarda from the windup delivers the 0-1, a curveball swung on and grounded to shortstop Austin Bull. Bull fields, throws on to first base for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 6th inning. It's crunch time, folks, in this 7-inning ball game. We're knotted at 2. We'll be back.
Come right back. Don't go anywhere. They'll play extra innings.
What's up, Gary? This is scheduled for Saturday.
Better be. If I wake up tomorrow, I'll just barf and everything. Oh, gosh. Even worse.
Now on the mound for the Riptide, number 34, Ryan Byer.
Welcome back, everyone. Concordia University in Irvine, California, right in the heart of Irvine, as we're just past downtown in a little bit of a residential area. Concordia and the University of California at Irvine are right back to back. We're here on University Avenue and Campus Drive at Concordia. So for the top of the 6th inning now, SoCal catch, first baseman Jaden France is going to lead things off against number 34, Ryan Byer. New pitcher for the Tide, lefty, just like Tanner Murphy, 6'1", 190 pounds, similar measurements. He's a redshirt freshman, University of Pacific, a finance major there for the West Coast Conference Tigers. He's from Glendora, California, Glendora High School. And now he's ready to go against France, working primarily from the stretch is Byer. Not sure if he works only from the stretch all the time or if he's just practicing the stretch during this summer. Sometimes pitchers aren't as good as good from the stretch as they are from the windup, so that could be a reason for that. Or maybe he just considers himself to be a reliever only and throws from the stretch exclusively. So he throws a fastball that's fouled off for strike number 1 by France, comes back with a curveball that lands on the outer half for ball 1. Count even at 1 now to the leadoff man, France, the first baseman, 6'4", 225 pounds. Fastball in the outer half from Byer misses for ball 2. France, 0 for 2 in this ball game, struck out swinging his first time up and then grounded out to the third baseman, Caleb Denny, in the last time. Now he's ahead 2-1 against Ryan Byer, who comes on the fastball, skied to the right side. Tommy Bell drifting over, but stops as soon as he sees that one fly over the right field chain link fence that Ethan Lopez crashed into an inning ago. So we're even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Byer facing Jaden France in his first inning of work. This is his first batter in relief of Tanner Murphy, who, all things considered, pitched a very nice ball game, bearing down and overcoming some walks to only allow 2 hits, 2 runs in this ball game. One of those runs did come on a walk. The other one was a sacrifice fly in the first inning to left field that scored Ethan Lopez, who singled. Ryan Byer comes in there, fouled straight back. The 3-2 pitch was. We remain full to Jaden France. Good fastball there from Ryan Byer on the outer half. France took a big cut at it, a big 2-strike cut, so not shortening up at all. Not changing that approach, trying to spank one out there, maybe knock one over the fence to give this SoCal Catch team a lead. Byer misses high and outside with a fastball there, so Jaden France is going to get on base for the first time in this game with a leadoff walk.
Number 20, Zach Malice.
Zach Malice from Grand Canyon University is going to face Ryan Byer now. Malice, thus far, a single his first time up, and then flew out to center fielder Ryan Land. So Malice, one of 2 singles for the Catch in this ball game. Griffin Barnes knows him well. See how they pitch him. They're teammates at Grand Canyon, where they both play for the Antelopes. Malice, a sports management major for the Western Athletic Conference. Grand Canyon Antelopes. Byer misses to him for ball 1, then misses once again for ball 2. So 2 straight pitches, high and outside. 2 straight balls. Zach Malice, 6'4", 195 pounds, bats left-handed. He's facing left-hander Ryan Byer, who comes in high and outside with a fastball this time. Called for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. To number 20, Zach Malice, who's playing third base today for the Catch. Ryan Byer checks the runner France at first base once. High leg kick, delivers home. That ball taken high and inside, right around the chest and shoulder area of Malice for ball 3. So 3 balls now, 1 strike. In the top of the 6th inning, this ball game is tied at 2. Not a whole lot of hits, as we have 6 total on the board, 4 for the Riptide, 2 for the Catch. Andrew Owen is warming up in the third base side bullpen for the Riptide. Malice swings through a high fastball, would have been ball 4 for strike number 2. So the count now moves full to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Byer out there, his first inning of work. Walked the first batter he faced. Now he checks that man. Jaden France twice at first. High leg kick, delivers home. Fastball high. Would have been ball 4 once more. Swung on and missed by Malice for strike number 3. So he bails us out there. Would have been runners on first and second. Instead, 1 runner on base. Now with 1 out. And the catcher, Jeff Murray, coming to the plate. Murray walked in his first plate appearance and then flew out to right in his last time up. That's good for 0 for 1. Of course, that walk doesn't count for an at-bat, simply a plate appearance as Ryan Byer comes in with a fastball, first pitch on the outer half for strike 1. Jeff Murray, wearing number 24, swinging it from the right side, gets the sign from Jay Solinger there at third base. The sign is hit. Jaden France leads off first. Byer checks him quickly twice. High leg kick, delivers home. That pitch fouled directly back for strike number 2. So 2 quick strikes from Ryan Byer. And things are looking good for the Tide now. 0-2 with 1 out. And France on first base. Byer, a whole lot he can do right now to Murray. Murray, hands around the back ear. That pitch bounces in the dirt. And Jaden France is going to advance to second base, eliminating any chance of a force-out double play. So big pitch there for France to get to second base. Now the Tide still have a chance to retire Jeff Murray ahead 1-2. Good take there from Murray, as it was a sharp curveball that bounced on the inner half around his feet from Ryan Byer. Murray now ready to go once more. Looks out there, 1-2, as Byer checks the runner France at second base twice, delivers a fastball in the outer half, swung on. That ball chopped, but stays up to second baseman Jake Portero, who throws on to Chase Goldwater at first for out number 2. So after a G4 by Jeff Murray, we're going to get shortstop Austin Bull at the plate, who also walked in his first plate appearance and then flew out to left field In his last time up, it was an absolute shot to the left fielder, Jake Hazard, who didn't even have to move. Fielded the line drive that was spanked right at him on a fastball from Tanner Murphy. Now, Bull faces another left-hander in Ryan Byer and promptly fouls off the first pitch into the glove of catcher Griffin Barnes for strike number 1. So Byer is really filling up the strike zone now, with 2 quick strikes to Murray, and now a quick 2 strikes after that one's fouled off to the right side to shortstop Austin Bull. Christian Deaton is on deck. He has a strikeout to his name, swinging, and his only at-bat in this ball game. Walked in his first plate appearance against Tanner Murphy. That was the one hiccup of the game, really, the second inning for Murphy, as he walked 3 straight batters, but then got out of it with only 1 run. Fastball high there, taken by Bull for ball 1. The count now 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs to number 5 in the top of the 6th inning. So we have the bottom half of this inning and then 1 more to play for the Tide, as Bull takes a good sharp curveball that bounces on the outer half for ball 2. So now we're even at 2 with 2 outs, 2 runs on the board for each team, 2 hits for the catch. So you could say 2s are wild. Byer gets the sign from Barnes, delivers that ball in the dirt, gets away from Barnes. It's going to be a close play at the plate, and Jaden France slides in there safely, and the Catch take a lead. So it has been the pitching for the Tide that have done them in. As a wild pitch there from Ryan Byer gets away from Barnes. Tough play for Barnes to range over. It was right around the feet of Austin Bull, and that's going to score a run for the Catch. They take a 3-2 lead on only 2 hits. So the Riptide shooting themselves in the foot on the base paths and now on the mound, and they find themselves trailing as we edge later into this ball game. The count full to Austin Bull. Remember, this inning is not over. Byer delivers high, looked like a strike on the outer half, taken though by Austin Bull, and he's going to walk to first base with a free pass. Angelo Altavia dips his head at shortstop. He looks disappointed in the umpire after that one appeared to be right in the middle of the strike zone. I'm not sure where that missed. Christian Deaton is going to come to the plate. He walked and struck out, and now he's out there against lefty Ryan Byer. Deaton, a lefty himself, checks out the first baseman, throws inside, does Byer, taken for a ball. Looked like that could have been on the black as well, but Deaton wisely takes that one as he seems to know what the umpire is thinking, and he's ahead 1-0. Austin Bull taking a very large lead off first base, all things considered, with a lefty out there on the mound. Takes a jab step, takes that one high, does Deaton. Now he's ahead 2-0. 2s are wild once more with number 2 at the at-bat. Number 2, the run scored for the Riptide. 2 hits for the Catch. 2 balls to the batter and 2 outs in the inning. The runner goes from first base. Griffin Barnes catches, throws to second base. The runner's going to be in there safely, stealing second base. He got a very large jump. He was going on the movement by the pitcher Byer. That's often what teams will do against a left-hander. So hard to steal against a lefty because they can simply pick over, but the lefty knows when they're pitching. He delivered home. The first base runner, Austin Bull, went first move and beat his teammate Griffin Barnes' throw at second base. Byer behind 3-0 now after missing high, throws a fastball down the middle for strike number 1. So Christian Deaton way ahead now in the driver's seat, 3-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 6th inning. 1 run already across for the Catch. It was a pass ball, wild pitch, should say. Give Barnes the benefit of the doubt there. Wild pitch, able to score the runner France from third base. France, he got on base, of course, with a walk. Walks have been killer for the Tide. It was a leadoff walk, and those are never fun. That ball fouled off for strike 2. The full count pitch, the payoff pitch, 3 balls, 2 strikes, misses high from Ryan Byer, and now Christian Deaton is going to get his second free pass of the ball game. Nate Pacoda is going to come up now for the Catch, wearing number 4. Pacoda thus far 2 strikeouts swinging, so he's had fits with the Riptide lefties in this ball game. He's ready to go against Ryan Byer, who delivers a fastball high and outside for ball 1. Wind blowing hard from left to right. directly at that right field foul pole. American flag in left center field is almost fully extended with the wind. Byer checks the runner at second base twice. Bold jockeys back, and Byer misses outside with a fastball in the opposite batter's box. Pacoda batting right-handed. Of course, he was drafted, remember, in the 38th round by the San Francisco Giants. He's from Lee's Summit, Missouri. 5'10", 170 pounds. I think that's pretty generous for him. I think he looks smaller. Byer delivers home. Both runners go. Barnes throws to third base, and Austin Bull, with a good jump, is going to slide in safely to third. So he's stolen 2 bases against his Grand Canyon University teammate, Griffin Barnes, who's done an excellent job in the season so far throwing out runners. And now Pacoda is going to have an excellent opportunity with runners on second and third base to head 3-0. Ryan Byer gets the sign, looks home without checking the runner. High leg kick. That pitch swung on. Green light Pacoda had. Fouls it off into the glove of Griffin Barnes for strike 1. Jay Sullinger letting his team grip and rip, as Pacoda got a good pitch to hit there, 3-0. Byer comes back. That pitch lined right up the middle by Pacoda. That's going to score at least one. Ryan Land comes on, delivers a throw home that is not cut off by the first baseman Goldwater. The runner Deaton slides in safely, though. 2 runs more on the board for the catch. They lead now 5-2 over the Orange County Riptide as we inch later into this ball game. Remember, 7 innings in the first of 2 this Sunday afternoon.
Number 18, Ethan Lopez.
So now the catch lead 5-2 in the top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Clutch 2-out single there from Nate Pacoda. 2-run 2-out single. And the leadoff man, Ethan Lopez, is going to come to the dish. Lopez, 1 for 3 in this ball game, singled in his first time up to lead off the ball game. Fielder's choice to the third baseman, Caleb Denny, in his next at bat, and then grounded out to Denny in his third and final look. Now he comes up against Ryan Byer, who checks the runner at first base. High leg kick delivers home. That pitch on the outer half. Throw back to first base by Griffin Barnes is close, but Chase Goldwater unable to apply the tag. The runner, Pacoda, slides back safely. The count now 2-0 to the leadoff man, Ethan Lopez, who's played a stellar right field for the catch. Slammed into that right field wall in foul territory. The runner, Pacoda, goes from first base. Hit and run looked like as Ethan Lopez swung on that one, and it was fouled directly back for strike 1. Good pitch there. Lopez got to hit. It was chest high on the outer half, and he's upset with himself after missing what he thought should have been extra bases off the bat. Byer checks the runner at first base and comes home. That pitch spanked into left center field. It's going to get down, and it doesn't as it hangs up, though. Ryan Land able to chug over there. It looked like it was going to get down for sure, but the wind helped this one hang up, and the Riptide take a deep breath as they get out of this inning behind 3. So after 3 runs are across in the top of the 6th, the Riptide are going to head to the bottom half of the inning, looking to at least chip back into this lead and hope for some magic in the 7th, if not knot it up or take a lead here in the bottom of the 6th. This ball game, remember, is going to be cut short. So that was a very, very important last inning, and it was marred once again by walks and pass balls, wild pitches, stolen bases. So after I'm done throwing my mini fit, we're going to head to the bottom of the 6th after a quick break.
Yeah, that was great. Big yesterday.
No, I know. I like to have your 6 up there. For like making lasagna. And then you cut them yourself? Or were they fresh in like the refrigerator section? Is that what you're saying? They came by themselves.
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th. Catch fan, where the catch from the Riptide 5-2 after adding 3 runs to our total from the top of the 6th.
What kind of sauce? Like a bowl in it, like
Over the broadcast.
Leading off for the Riptide.
We are here
Number 1,
in the
Ryan
bottom
Land.
of this 6th inning, and it's going to be the top of the order for the Riptide. Ryan Land coming up 0 for 2 thus far, grounded out to the pitcher, Jimmy Gallarda, who's out there for his 6th inning of work, and then grounded out to the shortstop, Austin Bull. He takes ball number 1 low and outside. Ryan Land, wearing number 1, has played a good center field. He chugged over there on a ball that looked like it was going to get down and score at least 1 for the catch and picked it out of midair to get the Riptide out of the last inning. That pitch way outside as it bounces off the backstop, untouched by catcher Jeff Murray to move the count to 2-0. Ryan Land, biology major at Concordia, takes strike number 1 there on the outer half. 2 balls, 1 strike. To the 5'7", 165-pound senior. He batted .291 with 48 hits and 165 at-bats for the Eagles last season, and promptly adds another hit to his name there with a single into left field. So things are started now with Ryan Land on first base. He has 3 stolen bases on the season to lead the team. See if he's in motion now to get into scoring position for Angelo Altavia. Altavia grounded out to the shortstop, his counterpart, Austin Bull, in his first time up, and then walked and scored in his last time. Middle of the order for this Riptide team, ready to come up. Caleb Denny lurking on deck. Big double in his last time, RBI double to get the Tide on the board. The first pitch looks like a tailor-made ground ball to Austin Bell at shortstop. He converts, tossing over to Josh Rojas. For out number 1, Rojas threw on to Jaden France for out number 2. So a first pitch tailor-made double play that really guided Austin Bull directly to second base, allowed him to have some momentum going into that toss to Rojas.
Caleb Denny
Stymies any momentum built there on the single by Land for the Riptide. Now we're going to get Caleb Denny, who had a big RBI double to center field in his last time up. Struck out looking in his first time up. There, takes ball number 1, a curveball high. Denny playing third base, gets another curveball there, floats that one into shallow left field. It's going to get down for a 2-out single. So 2 hits for the Tide this inning. We only have 1 base runner after that double play ball by Altavia. We're going to get Chase Goldwater, the first baseman, up to the plate. He's 2 for 2, singled in his first time up to right field. It was the first hit of the game for the Tide, and then provided an RBI double of his own to score Caleb Denny.
22, Chase Goldwater.
Dylan Kelly, waiting on deck, singled in his last time up to left field, and his first time up was robbed of a base hit by the right fielder Ethan Lopez, who dove just before the ball was able to touch grass. Now Gallardo working out of the stretch, slide steps home. That pitch swung on and fouled off to the right side by Goldwater. Goldwater, 6'4", 220 pounds. He'll play for John Cohen at SEC Power Mississippi State in the fall. At Temple College in Texas this past season, he batted .355 with 14 home runs and 42 RBI. He promptly powers that ball into right center field. Ethan Lopez is on the run. It's going to get down. 1 hops to the wall. Ethan Lopez barehands it. Caleb Denny chugging home. The play at the plate is going to be close. That ball gets away as it bounces just ahead of Jeff Murray. But Jimmy Gallardo lays out behind the plate and is able to catch that one as the throw got away before it gets away even further, possibly into the Riptide dugout. It would have scored Goldwater, who chugged to third base with a triple. So the Riptide able to cut into that lead.
Number 9,
they now
Dylan
trail
Kelly.
2 after an RBI triple off the bat of Chase Goldwater. Big triple it was, similar spot to where Caleb Denny knocked his double. The inning before, Denny did a good job chugging around from first base to score. So now the Riptide trail 5-3 for Dylan Kelly. Jimmy Gallardo comes back with a fastball on the outer half to Kelly for a quick strike. Gallardo working from the stretch with Goldwater on third base. Goldwater obviously fired up after that triple. Dylan Kelly grounds to the shortstop, Austin Bull, who throws on to first and retires the side for out number 3, but not before the Riptide could do a little damage there. They trail 5-3 as we head to the top of the 7th.
Oh, that's a 6'4", 3 double play. That's good. can't figure it out. Here's a shirt you can buy.
Now pitching for the Riptide, number 48, Andrew Owen.
I saw the guy wearing the shirt. I said, "Whoa, hey, they got it the other way around." I'm gonna get one for my wife.
Welcome back to Concordia University in the heart of Irvine, California. We're ready for the top of the 7th inning. The new pitcher for the Riptide is Andrew Owen. Owen, a 5'9", 176 pound, not to be confused with 175 pounds. That extra one adds at least 1 mile an hour to the fastball, as Owen's bumping at least 90 miles an hour out there, low 90s. He impressed pitching coach Jeff Robinson early in the season and has pretty much earned himself the closer spot on this Riptide squad. He's out there now. He's from Villanova University, and he's ready to go after warm-ups are done. He's going to lead things off against Josh Rojas, who's 0 for 2, flew out to right fielder Tommy Bell and then grounded out to the first baseman Chase Goldwater, who had that big RBI triple in the bottom half of the 6th. Rojas walked in his last plate appearance, and now he's ready to go against the flamethrower Andrew Owen.
Josh Rojas.
Andrew Owen hails from Illinois, so he's made a long trek out here to the West Coast from first Illinois, then he moved on over to Villanova in Pennsylvania, and now he's here. And we're happy to have him as he's struck out his fair share of batters this season, and he's ready to go against Rojas. Spikes a fastball there in the dirt, not blocked off by Griffin Barnes, who hands the ball to the home plate umpire. And we're going to be behind 1-0. Josh Rojas swinging it from the left side from University of Hawaii, the Rainbow Warrior, swinging a hot stick thus far for the catch. He's the returning shortstop for this team, batted .420 a year ago, and was named one of the top 20 prospects by Baseball America in the California Collegiate League. He even earned himself a spot on a Cape Cod League team towards the end of the season as they made their playoff push. So he transferred teams. Andrew Owen came in there with strike 1, and quickly strike number 2 as Rojas fouls that one off the home plate umpire. Andrew Owen ahead 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Rojas, playing second base today for the catch. And the Rainbow Warrior stares out at the Wildcat, who gets the sign from Barnes, high leg kick, and delivers home. A curveball K's him up there as it sharply breaks over the outer half. Rojas disagrees. I don't, as that one filled it up. We're ready to go without number 1.
Next up to bat, number 23, Caleb Potter.
Caleb Potter's going to come to the plate now. It's flown out to left field twice, once for a sacrifice fly, then flew out to the first baseman Goldwater as well. Goldwater ranged over to the first base side. It was a foul ball and snagged it just before it went into that catch bullpen. Owen delivers the first pitch low for ball 1. Caleb Potter wearing 23. This ball game has moved very, very quick as there's 10 hits on the board. The majority of those are for the Riptide as they have 7. It has been pitching, despite the 5-3 lead for the catch. They've scored on quite a few walks, and we've scored with a whole lot of 2-out rally action. So, quick 2 outs, keep that ball game moving along. Potter ahead 2-0 against Owen now. Owen, fastball in the outer half, fouled out of play to the right side by Potter for strike number 1. The count, 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. SoCal Catch lead the Riptides 5-3. 5 runs on 3 hits for the Catch, 3 runs on 7 hits for the Tide. Owen comes home, delivers a fastball in the inner half that's fought off, punched into right field, Derek Jeter style for Potter. Tommy Bell fields, fumbles the ball for a moment, and then throws on in to Jake Portero. So we're going to get the
Next
first
up to
hit of the
bat,
game
number
there for
32,
Caleb Potter.
Jaden France.
And he's going to bring up Jaden France. France walked and scored his last time up, struck out in his first at bat, and grounded out to Caleb Denny at third. Gets the sign now from the third base coach, Jay Sullender, head coach of this catch team. Barely any lead off first base for Potter. Owen checks him once. High leg kick and delivers home. Fastball high and inside, taken by France for ball one. The key for Owen is working ahead. When he does that, he's very, very successful. But when he falls behind, of course, he has to fill up the strike zone, just as we saw in the last at-bat with Caleb Potter spanking one into right field. Potter goes from first base. It looked like a hit and run. That ball fouled off just to the right side of the first base bag for strike number 2. It was a breaking pitch from Andrew Owen and broke over the outer half. Potter swung on it, lined it just to the right side of that foul line behind first base. The umpire jumped out of the way, took a moment, and then called it foul. First base coach disagreed. So now we're ready to go once again with Jaden France behind 1-2. Check that, it was 1-1. The pitch comes in low on the inner half, bounces way behind Griffin Barnes, who fields, nearly trips over the turf that surrounds home plate. The runner takes second base without a play. 2 balls, 1 strike, with a runner in scoring position for Jaden France. Jaden France, 6'4", 225 pounds. Really want to emphasize that size because anything deep into the outfield now will at least advance the runner to third base. Andrew Owen checks the runner at second base once, twice. Takes a long wait. High leg kick in, comes home. That ball, fastball in the inner half, chopped to Caleb Denny, who throws to first base on the run. Chase Goldwater steps off the bag and keeps it in front of him as the ball bounced before it was able to reach his outstretched glove at first. The runner's now at first and third.
Now batting, number 20, Zach Malice.
Zach Malice is going to come to the plate now for the catch. Third baseman from Grand Canyon University, struck out swinging on 3 straight high fastballs in his last time up. He has a runner on third base with 1 out. Good chance to score a run for the catch. The scorers have scored that last chopper to third base a hit. I'd have to disagree, as it was a play that I think should have been made. The throw is bad by Denny to first base. Tough play regardless, as it was a slowly hit ball to third base that he had to charge, but I don't think it was slow enough to call a hit. Zach Malice fouls that one off to the right side. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Jaden France leads off of first base. There he goes. That pitch fouled straight back for strike number 2. Catch running wild in this ball game. We did the same thing against them on Tuesday. They tried on Tuesday. They ran in the first inning, but Griffin Barnes promptly threw their runners out, so they were quieted for the rest of the ball game. Owen checks the runner France at first base once and delivers home that pitch. A fastball on the inner half, fouled directly back. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Owen working from the stretch. Looking for a double play ball now to get us out of this inning and into the bottom of the 7th. Runner at first base goes. That pitch bounces in to home. Griffin Barnes blocks it, but it ranges away from him. He tries to throw home. The throw gets away, so 1 run's going to score, but then the throw gets to the first baseman, Chase Goldwater, who fields and throws on to third base. Jaden France was rounding second base, sliding into third. The throw got there in time, so we'll retire him at third base. Interesting play there. A lot of confusing things happening. So France is retired, trying to advance to third base, but a run does score on the wild pitch by Andrew Owen. So the Catch lead this ball game 6-3. The count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zach Malice with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Owen spikes another fastball there, and we're going to move full. So the count 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs to Zach Malice, who stands in there from the left side, awaiting Andrew Owen, who delivers low on the outer half for ball 4. So after getting ahead of Zach Malice 1 and 2, Andrew Owen unable to bury him and allows a free pass. So Jeff Murray is going to come to the plate. Murray walked in his first plate appearance, flew out to right field the second time up, and then grounded out to the second baseman Portero the last time he saw the batter's box. Owen, with a runner on first base, delivers home fastball in the outer half for strike number 1. Murray looking to hit now with 2 outs, runner on first base, try and tack on more to this catch lead. There goes the runner from first base before Owen delivered. He was told to step off and then spiked the throw to second base, as he looked like he hit a little bit of a panic button there and the throw slipped out of his hand. The runner's going to advance to second base safely.
Security detail here. Our guys are stealing left and right.
Owen ahead 0-1 to the catcher Jeff Murray with a runner on second base now after another awkward play. Second, Murray looks out at Owen, who checks the runner at second base. That ball, fastball, line to center fielder Ryan Land, who comes on, stops in his tracks before the ball finds its way over his head. And we're going to head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Riptide trail 6-3.
Ricky. Oh, he was the guy who got ice cream.
Daniel Jang in the clothes.
Yeah. Oh, 28 Daniel Jang.
Is your guys closer to like?
He's pretty much our closer, yeah.
Well,
He's one of them.
Because he tried to get Riptide against us the other day.
Yeah.
Now on the mound for the catch, number 28, Daniel Jang.
He does. Yeah. He throws, yeah. The thing is, he doesn't use his lower body a lot, so it's like he could throw a lot harder, and he'd be able to use that. But he'll probably come in next game, though. That's what I got yesterday. Oh man. For what's their double or single? He'll go to rookie ball. Rookie ball? Okay. That's exciting though.
Last chance for romance now for the Tide as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Remember, this ball game shortened to 7 innings so we can fit in the second game of this doubleheader. Daniel Jang, the pitcher, now on for the catch. He's going to face Tommy Bell out of the 6th spot. Bell thus far in the ball game 0 for 2. Struck out looking and flew out to the second baseman. Pop-up, really.
Leading off for the Riptide, number 11, Tommy Bell.
Daniel Jang, 5'7", 150 pounds, from Brea, California, and he goes to Biola University. Thought of as the closer for this catch team. He throws from the side. The ball comes in, tails into the batter. Tough thing to hit. The Riptide faced him on Tuesday and couldn't do much. As he comes in from that sidearm action, more 3/4